Hello everybody and welcome on board this 1999 Seaward 23 for a look around her interior and cockpit in detail to give you an idea of where things are located, how they look and if she might be the space for you. And I do have to say you are in for a treat. So we'll start at the aft section of the boat. So as you can see we're looking towards the stern, and if I just look up you can see we've got a lovely great big cockpit tent here. Looks very recent, looks in great shape. We have an opening stern section here, an opening side section here, and one on the left hand, on the right hand or the starboard side there too, so we can really open it up if we want to get the wind through our hairs and close it all down if you want to keep the rain out. And this has the effect of giving us almost like a conservatory, so we've got an extra room effectively on the boat and somewhere where we can sit in the sun or the rain or the wind, etc., and keep ourselves generally out of the weather and also protect everything that is within here. So really lovely, and great head height, because sometimes these can tend to be low, but it's nice and high, so room for the taller people to stand up, no problem at all. Looking down you can see we've got a nice athwartships bench seat, and underneath that we have an athwartships lazarette. Lots of room in there for batteries, the bilge pump, steering gear, autopilots, all sorts of things in there, as are lots of cubby holes in the deck. You'll see as we go around the boat in the cockpit, lots of lift up lids there, and that just gives access to storage in the bilge, etc., or somewhere to keep nice and clean. We have starboard and port cockpit lockers there too. Inside this one we have the battery charger. Both of them contain the engine coolant expansion bottles and one or two other items too, like the short supply incomer, but all nice and neat and out of the way. And this cockpit just does look good and feels great too. So if I just go around to the port aft corner as far as I can and look forward slightly, you can see that we've got lots of room where I've just walked through, and we've got these two big white boxes which are really heavy, so well made GRP boxes that cover the engines, and beneath each of those we've got a nice 4-cylinder Yanmar unit. So we've got twin engines on this boat. They're housed inside these boxes. They hinge up on the two hinges at the back here and allow really brilliant access to the engine. So the engineers will thank you. I should know, I'm a marine engineer and I would be quite happy to work on these engine spaces because there's just so much room around them. Great idea. And of course this doubles up to allow you to step outside too, and also doubles up as a seat as well. And if you just notice, we've got a slight gap here. This is where these boxes, the engine boxes, have been propped up by little tailor-made pieces of wood there. Reason for that being is to allow air to circulate around the engines to prevent the build-up of condensation, etc., over winter or on really wet days, etc. So really nice idea. And with the companionway door open and the anti-condensation heaters providing some heat, that should keep the engine bays nice and condensation free. Really great idea, very well thought of owner, and that's the kind of owner that this boat has at presently. He just really thinks about everything. There's everything, place for everything in its place, and little come in handies all over the place, which we'll sort of generally see. So on top of each engine box we've got the helm seat here, we've got the first mate seat here. Let's see what we've got for that person first. Well, we've got a handhold here, we've got handholds here as well, one to go down below as well, and one on the port side, so always something to hold on to in this area, which is lovely. But looks like a nice comfy seat. And down below the seat we can see we've got the gas locker and access to the bilge as well there too. No gas on this boat, as in no gas bottle, but the system is still there. The bottle's been taken away just for safety reasons by the current owner, which I think is absolutely fair. A nice little you would call this the navigation station here, lockable lid, and inside you'll find a divided with pieces of wood compartment inside, so really useful for your publications, your charts, etc. Very nice. Up here we've got windows, port, starboard and forward. These are side windows open, the forward ones don't, so we've got nice new windscreen wipers, stainless ones fitted there with new blades, which is lovely. But just look at the view you've got outside, port and starboard, forward and towards the stern. So really good view for the coral regs Rule 5, which tell us to keep a really good lookout at sea. I think you can do that on this boat, no problem at all. Just veering over to the midship section of the boat, we've got the radar display there. We've got a fish finder here. We've got the compass under this cover here. Obviously, you can see we've got the windscreen wiper motors up there. But we have a very nice helm console here. We've got another nice seat here. removable, so if we want to lift these very heavy lids, we can remove the seats just to lighten those up a little bit. Again, access down here, nice footrest, always thoughtful, little cubby hole to the port side there, and nice wheel steering with the autopilot attached to it or incorporated within it. We've got twin throttles here, as you can see. We've got the rudder angle indicator, that oh so lovely to have on this kind of boat, instrument which this boat has. Looking down here, we've got voltage indication, another thoughtful afterthought, and we've got the starboard engine instrumentation. So we've got water temperature, oil pressure, engine hours counter, alarms and warnings, and also the tacho, which the owner says he's never taken above 3,000 in 20 years, which is lovely. The port engine, which is very similar to starboard, only on the port side. Electrics panel there, and we've got a nice depth and speed here. Brand new VHF radio and more electrical trips down here. How nice is that? I would quite happily spend a long time with steering this boat in that position. Looking up, we haven't just got bare GRP, we've got a nice leatherette headlining here, and we've got that on the bulkheads too, so all feeling really rather nice. This is a lovely boat, and let's show you some more lovely boats, shall we? So down to the interior, we've got a couple of steps down and over. We have a handle up here to hang on to if you want to. And once we get in, we're a little bit lower. I'm 5'9", I can't stand up completely. I'd say we're down to about 5'7", but generally, most of the time, you're probably sitting or sleeping down here. But you can see what a lovely interior. Really follows the bow flare. You can tell you're on a boat. Nothing's hidden in that direction. And you can see we've got lovely upholstery around the hull, around the shelves, around the portholes. The portholes all open. There are 5 in this compartment letting light in. We have a hatch here as well. That's dark because of the cover on the outside. The portholes latch up with these rubber pieces. So really, really lovely area. We've got carpet down here. We've got very nice upholstery. You can see how nice this... so many boats end up with mildew in this stuff, but this boat just doesn't seem to. We have some more storage underneath the cushions here. And here are the anti-condensation heaters that I talked about, the sort of port and starboard, providing heat down here on those cold wintry days and allowing it to seep through underneath the engine boxes here as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Love it. We have 240 volts all over the boat too, which is great. And we also have an infill, sorry, they're my knees. We have an infill here to give us a lovely, great big double bed should we need it. No drama at all. And on the back bulkhead, you can see we've got a nice shelf unit for our publications, our books, etc, etc. So if I just close the door to this compartment there and open this one, which is again very nice idea, held ajar when nobody's here to allow circulation. Great idea, something to take inspiration from. Then in here you can see, if I just move the life jacket out to the way a tiny bit, we've got the heads compartment. Now this loo has never been used in its life, according to the owner, so that's quite amazing. So we have a new toilet for you, everybody. Well, not new, but unused. Here's the infill for the main saloon that I mentioned to go down there to give you the double beds. We've got the sink in the corner there, and we've got an opening porthole, which is useful in this kind of compartment. We have access to the wiring behind the helm here, if I can do this one-handed. There we go. So that's really nice. Another one up for the engineers. Lovely. But generally speaking, a compartment fairly small in there, but enough room to do your business, enough room for some people to stand, but not others. But all very good and all lovely and clean too. How lovely. So let's just close the door, but not quite, to allow air to circulate. Lovely. Everybody take note, and we'll just leave this compartment via the companionway and return to the cockpit, where I'll sum up by saying that this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, taking you around this really, really immaculate Seaward 23. I really love this boat. She's one of the most immaculate I've seen in 10 years of brokerage. But maybe you can make your own mind up by visiting. If you'd like to see more details, just go to boatshedbrighton.com for lots more pictures, virtual reality and videos. And above all, keep boating, stay safe, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.